Hello children, this is Namita Basnotra, and in this video I'm going to teach you what is a circle and what are different parts of a circle. So let's begin. So first thing we should learn is what is a circle. So a circle is a simple closed curve, and remember it is not considered as a polygon. So here you can see a circle. So children, let's learn what is a center of a circle, or what is the center point of a circle. So the center point of a circle is the sole point which is equidistant from every point on the circle. So what does that mean? For example, I take one point here, I take another point here, and I take another point here. So it will be equidistant from here. So let's say if this is, let's say 3 centimeter, so this will also be 3 centimeter, and this will also be 3 centimeter. So that means, now let me just, what is the center? The center is the sole point which is equidistant from every point on the circle. There's one more thing that I want to tell you here is that sometimes when you read different books, you see two different spellings of center. So you see C-E-N-T-R-E and C-E-N-T-E-R. Now, which one's correct? So yes, tell me which one's correct. So let me tell you. In a way, both are correct. CENTRE is used in the countries, many countries outside US. And whereas when you go and pick up a book which is printed or published in US, in America, they use the spelling of center as CENTER. So we will be using this spelling CENTRE. Fine. So now let's learn some parts of the circle. So first of all, I want to teach you what is the circumference of a circle. So it refers to the boundary of the circle. Now, in your previous classes, remember when you were doing rectangle? Let me just draw a rectangle for you. And you did something called perimeter of a circle. And what was the perimeter? That was a boundary of the circle. Similarly, if on a circle, right, this when you move on the boundary, this boundary here, like I'm just trying to highlight it for you. So this boundary of the circle is called the circumference of the circle, right? So now here I have another image for you, and it has two circles. There is one which is inside, then there is one which is outside. So can you tell me whose circumference will be more? Think. So children, clearly when you draw a circle, it can encloses some area inside it, right? So the area inside the boundary of the circle is called the interior of a circle. Like I have drawn a circle over here, and the area inside of the circle, let me just color it for you and highlight it for you. So I am just trying to do it. So this whole area here, and I'm just trying to make shaded, just shade it for you. This is the interior of the circle, right? And can you see R over here? So R is a point which is inside the circle. What is the exterior of the circle? Yes, the area outside the boundary of the circle is called the exterior of the circle. What is boundary? That is circumference. So I may write any point here outside. Okay, let me write one point as P. Okay, so where is P? It is outside the circle. May I draw one more for you? Okay, let me draw one over here, and I call it Z. So here 2 points, point P and point Z, are outside the circle. Or we will call it are in the exterior of the circle. So the next part is radius. So what is a radius of circle? It is a straight line connecting the center of the circle to the boundary of the same. And the plural of the radius is radii. So here, where is the center of the circle? This is the center of the circle, right? Let me name it as point O. So now if I start from point O, right, and I draw a line segment. So let's draw it here and straight, and it reaches the boundary. So starting from the center where it is ending at the boundary or the circumference of the circle, then this is called radius. Now the good thing about radius is that the radii of the circle, the plural of radius is radii. So here this one, this one and this one, they will all be of equal length. And there's one more thing I want you to learn here is that how would we write a radius? How do you name it? So for example, I have to name it as O, and my end point of my radius is, let me change the color, make it little and clear it first, and then we will learn how to name the radius also. So let me just make it neat for you. So we have two radius here, and I will name it. Okay, so I'll keep the center as O, and this is my P, and let's say this is my Q. Okay, so now if you have to name the two radii in the circle which are drawn, so the first one will be, and you know what is a radius? It is a line segment. So you'll write OP and put line, and the second one will be OQ. And how many radii can we draw in a circle? We can draw infinite radii. So children, let's learn what is the diameter of a circle. So diameter, it is a straight line. The first thing is it is just your line segment, right? And it starts from one side of the circle to the other. That means it starts from one point from the boundary of the circle. If I have to start from here, and it will reach the other point, but there is a rule, and that condition is that it should be passing through the center of the circle. So if we start drawing a line segment starting from here, and it passes through the center like it's passing and reaches the other point of the circle, then it's a diameter. So clearly we see it's a line segment. So my starting point, let's say, is A, and my end point is, let's say, is B. So how would you name a diameter? So diameter here will be, come on, tell me. So how will you write it? So you'll name it as AB, and you'll put a line segment on it. There's another one drawn over here. So let me name this also. This is C and D. So the second diameter is C and D. So now can you tell me that how many diameters can you draw in a circle? So that's a question that you have to answer and think about it. And there's one more thing that I want to teach you is very interesting. Can you see? If I start from here and if I start from A and I just stop from A and I just stop at M, then it will be equal to the radius of a circle. So that means, and can you see this also, if you start from M and reach B, then this is also radius of circle. So that means diameter is equal to 2 double of the radius. Yes, you are right. So this means clearly if the radius is 5 centimeter, how much will be the diameter? Diameter will definitely be 10 centimeter. Very good. So children, let's learn what is a chord of a circle. Any line that connects two points on the boundary of the circle is called the chord. So that means I have a line segment here drawn, and you see the starting point is A here and the end point is B here. So here the chord of the circle which is drawn here is, how will you write it? It is AB, and clearly it's a line segment, so you'll write like this. So this is a chord here. So now you can draw more chords. Let me draw more chords for you. So if I draw another one, you can draw one like this. So it should start from anywhere from one on the boundary, and it should reach the other part of the boundary, then it is a chord. So if I keep drawing the chords like this, let me change the shade. Let me draw one more, and I start drawing a chord like this. So what is this that I have just drawn? Is it a diameter? Yes. Is it a chord? Yes. But then diameter is a special chord. Why? Because diameter is a longest chord. So remember, diameter is a longest chord. So now children will be learning what is an arc of a circle. So arc is the portion of the boundary of the circle. So for example, like here I've shown you so if we just take this, the red color portion here, so this is what? This is the arc of a circle. It is not the full boundary. It is just a portion. So this is an arc over here. So when you have a circle and in between you have to draw an arc. So let me draw one more arc here with some other color, a bright one maybe. Let's say I am drawing an arc over here. Can you see? Here. So you can draw an arc. Then how do you name an arc? We name an arc with the help of three alphabets. So what will I do? I'll take the starting alphabet here, I'll take one alphabet in middle, and I'll take one alphabet at the end. So I'll write here A, B, C. So how would you name an arc? Since you know it is a curved thing, so you will write A, B, C, and on top of it you'll draw an arc like this. So this is how you name an arc. Sometimes you would see in some books the arc can also be named as by using two alphabets. Like I can name an arc by taking the first, that is A, and the last. So that will be A and C. But mostly, 9 or 10, we use the naming with three alphabets of an arc. Learn what is a sector. It is the region in the interior of the circle enclosed by an arc on one side and the pair of radii on the other two sides. So let's understand it better. So that means inside the circle, this is my circumference of circle, right? Can you see? And I have to now talk of the region which is inside of the circle. So clearly this is the center of the circle here. So let me just take the color and write here as O, center of the circle. And I draw one radii here, which is OA, and this is another one radius here, OA, and the next radius is OB. And then what is AB here? AB is clearly an arc. So can you see if I have an arc here and two radii surrounding this area, then this shaded area, what is it called? It is called the sector of a circle. So how do we show a sector in the circle? We show it by shading it like we have done here. So you can just choose a color and then just shade it, and or show it by labeling the way I have shown you. Learn what is a segment of a circle. It is a region in the interior of the circle enclosed by an arc and a chord. So let's see this here. One example. So here, can you see this is what? PQ. I'm just highlighting it. This is the arc of the circle. Very good. And outside is the arc, and inside is what? This is a chord, PQ here, right? And then in between, if you see, now there is some area which is enclosed. So this blue shaded area is the segment of the circle. So in this figure, can you see the segment clearly? It is shaded in which color? Tell me, the segment is shaded in which color? So this question I'm leaving for you. In the end, I want you to learn one more thing, that is what is a semicircle. So semicircle, a diameter divides a circle into two semicircles. Now you already know what is a diameter. It's like I have a circle, I've taken it here for you, and in the circle here, can you see the circle here? And this line segment here is a diameter, and the diameter is what? The longest chord passes through the center. So diameter divides the circle into two equal parts, like I have one over here and second over here, and these two equal parts, each they are called a semicircle. So a diameter divides a circle into two semicircles, right? And hence a semicircle is a half of the circle. So I have drawn here a semicircle to show you how much is a semicircle, which has a diameter as a part of the boundary of the semicircle. So the semicircle is what? Basically you will see that it also has a diameter included in the boundary. I have it over here, and it is half of the boundary of the circle. So let me just draw it neatly here. So can you see the semicircle here? This is, I'm just overwriting it for you, and this is what? Half of the circumference plus the diameter. Easy? So children, it's time to recapitulate, and let's quickly close our eyes and think what all we have seen or learned in this video. So did you learn what is a circle? And then I taught you what is the center of a circle. And we also learned radius. And what is the plural of radius? Yes, radii. Then we also learned what is a chord of a circle and a diameter. And is diameter a chord? Yes. And is every chord a diameter? No, every chord is not a diameter. Diameter is the largest or the longest chord. Okay. Now of a circle. We also learned what is an arc of a circle, and then we learned what is a semicircle. Is there anything else that we learned? Yes, you're right. We learned the sectors and the segments of the circle too, along with the circumference. So children, that was all I wanted to teach you in this video. It is always a good practice to go through each video that I share with you at least 2 times. So with this is Namita Basnotra, and I will definitely be coming up with more videos for you. Till then, bye-bye.